Hi, I'm Kirsty Meakins from Naio Nails. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do some marbling. I don't mean like with little marbles, like playing a game. I mean like show you how we can create a marble design using both acrylic and gel. So what I've done on these two nails, I've prepped them. So I've removed the surface shine from those nails. Look how gorgeous those nails are. Beautiful. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the dehydrator. Let's dehydrate those nails. Then I'm going to pop the primer on all over that natural nail. Well, let me just tell you what primer does. Primer makes the nail the same pH balance as the acrylic and gel that we're going to put on, apparently. I'm no scientist, but it also acts as a double-sided sticky tape to help the product stick to the nail.
Chemistry with Kirsty.
Okay, take note. Tab on the back of the form. Get the form, give it a wiggle. A wiggle, 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 wiggle between your thumbs like that. So it gives it a bit of a curve, you can see. I'm going to do this middle one first. Can you curl me them in? Thank you very much. Okay. You're going to anchor it under the nail. And we're going to make sure it fits from side to side perfectly. Make sure it sits nicely snug under that free edge we have there. Now you want it nice and tight.
You're not kidding.
Right, if you look at this natural nail plate, I'm pulling it at the minute, and when I let go, can you see how it goes a little bit whiter here? Because it's pressing nice and snug to the hypernicum. You don't want it too tight, because you don't want the person to be in pain, and you don't want to cause damage to the hypernicum. Okay?
And Jay's like got tears rolling down her face.
It's nice and snug, isn't it, Jay?
Very snug.
Nice and snug. She is in no pain.
It's as snug as a bug in a rug.
Snug as a
razor
bug
blades.
in a rug. It is.
I think.
Give over. Right, I'm going to do this one in gel first. Okay, so we've got clear build gel, we've got some clear sculpting gel, we've got some ice white gel, and we've got cover pink. Okay, so we've got these gorgeous gels here that we're going to use. This one is called Neon Plum. It's nice and sparkly. And then we also have Tenderness. It's a soft, shimmery, pale pink. And we have Red Blue, which is basically red and blue glitter. And then we have Pink Caddy. So we're going to use those. Maybe a bit of white. To be honest with you, I'm just going to freestyle this. So, with a gel brush, I am going to apply a base using the build gel. Really thin. I'm going to work it into the nail. I'm rubbing it. Pop that in the lamp for us. Using the clear sculpting gel, I'm going to pop that right on that free edge there. And I'm going to work it out to the side. And the same here. And gently bring that over onto the natural nail plate. I'm just going to tickle this out into an almond shape. Going to pop that into the UV lamp.
Now,
and we're going to go in for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take it out. And then we're going to leave it in. Leave it out for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And go back in the lamp. And what that's going to do is it's going to tease the gel to start to cure. it heats up a little. We didn't pre-warn JJ. It gets warm. Gel heats up and you feel the warmth on your nail. So she wasn't expecting the warmth then, were you? While that's cooling, I'm just going to pinch it a little bit. Sculpting gel again. This is going to make the structure really now. We're building the apex with this and the structure of the nail. It's all about the structure. Structure's gotta be mighty fine. So we've got the structure laid in there. We're going to pop it into the lamp for 5 seconds again. So the trick when you're using sculpting gel is to go in for 5 seconds, out for 5 seconds, back in for 5 seconds, and back out for 5 seconds. And then you can go back in and do a full cure. And then you will basically reduce all that heat build up in the product. Good tip. Top tip. I'm just going to pinch this now. Just going to pinch that while it's still warm. And we're going to leave that pinching tool on while the product cools. So I'm just going to take off the sculpting form. So we've got the structure there. Now I'm just going to shape this. This isn't like the finished result or anything like that. This is just a thin layer for me to now put everything else on top of. I'm just going to get it nice and smooth. Basically, this is the foundation, and your foundation needs to be really nice, even. I'm going to wipe over now with some gel residue wipe off solution. So we've got a nice thin structure there. Now what I'm going to do is use the Cover Pink. Get a nice medium bead. So pop the bead at the lowest point of the nail bed that you're going to create. And then gently bring it up onto the nail. The natural nail, that is. And you're just going to tickle this by hovering over the gel. Tickle it to exactly where you want it, and then I'm going to pop that into the LED lamp. Second layer of this colour now. I'm starting in the centre of this nail plate that we're creating. So we're doing the marbling on the free edge of this nail, not on the entire nail. I think this look is a nicer finish. I'm turning the hand upside down just so it draws the product down with gravity. That's it. Pop that in the lamp for me. That's about the lamp, looking gorgeous. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use the Builder Clear. Do a nice thin layer. Nice thin layer. Then with dotting tools, you're going to take some colour, really random. Far easier to do with the dotting tool. Dead simple. All you're going to do is start to move it around. You can do it with a dotting tool, or you can do it with a brush. I'm going to take a smaller dotting tool and just start to work through and back. just like that. I'm going to bring that up there a little bit. Super easy to do marbling with gel. You literally just run the dotting tool through it and it'll marble it together. Then we're going to cure this into the LED lamp. You can use UV as well. So now what we need to do is encapsulate this design. And we're going to do that with the sculpting gel. You can do it with the builder gel if you want, but I like to do it with the sculpting gel because of its thickness. It's really easy to control. So I'm just literally going to roll that off the brush. I'm going to keep contact and start to tease it up. When you're doing gel, whenever you're using it and you lose contact with the brush and the gel, when you make contact again, you need to do it gently so you don't feed air into the gel. Keeping contact with the gel when you're moving it around will really help to get rid of any air bubbles. Pop that into the UV lamp. So don't forget, when you're doing sculpting gel, you need to put it in the UV lamp. Now using the clear builder gel, which is self-leveling, I'm going to put that over the entire nail. And I'm going to sweep it down. And we're basically just encasing it to give it a nice layer. I've gone a bit wild with that there, didn't quite need that much. There you are. That's ready to go into the LED lamp now. Or you can put it in the UV, but we're using LED. Right, so what we're going to do is we are going to get a lint-free wipe. And we're going to use the gel residue wipe off solution. And I'm going to wipe over to take off any sticky layer. And then we're going to file this bad boy into shape. It's a nice, short almond, super easy, very wearable. It's a very good shape for anybody to wear, don't you think, JJ?
I agree.
JJ is a hairdresser and has this kind of shape. She fits hair extensions. Okay, she passes hair extensions. She does colours and cuts and everything like that. God's sake. Head coming into shot, was it, a little bit then? Going over with the white block. Just buff, 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 buff. Making it nice and smooth. As smooth as a baby's bottom. And that, my friends, is how you do gel. So now we're going to seal this with Mega Gloss, which will give it a nice shine and it'll bring out the design. So that's all cured. I'm going to finish this nail off with some cuticle oil. Rub that in all round. There you are, guys. That's gorgeous. Oh yes, it is gorgeous, because you know that's my favourite word. A gorgeous gel marbled effect. I hope you like it. See you next time. Bye bye.